My dad was an alcoholic and used to beat me. What up, what up, what up, what up, and welcome to the 7 Elements of Wealth. As always, a pleasure to be with you. You know my name is Ed JC Smith, and as always, helping you get health, wealth, fulfillment, happiness, relationships on this path and on this journey. Okay, so today's session is a super powerful session. My dad was an alcoholic and used to beat me. It's a very famous line which a famous lawyer said to an interviewer. Now, so as the story goes, the interviewer was going around and finding out what was the essence, what was like the reason why some people succeed versus some people do not succeed. Now, so here's what happened. The interviewer was interviewing these very top, very successful people, and this big lawyer goes, my dad was an alcoholic and used to beat me, and that's the reason why I ended up driving myself to be the successful lawyer, because I believed that from a young age I didn't have the support, I didn't have, you know, the background, I didn't have, you know, the parents that gave me the things that I wanted. And so because of that, you know, because he was an alcoholic, because he beat me, I drove myself further forward to create justice in the world, and thus ended up as a successful lawyer. Now on the other side, as this interviewee, this reporter continued on his journey, he went and discovered, why do people end up on death row? Why do they end up in these situations where they've completely lost, you know, hope and lost direction in life? And interviewing all these particular, you know, people that ended up on death row, he came to one particular guy, and, you know, he said, well, when I was younger, you know, I ended up in a drug culture, I ended up in a gang, I ended up having to kill people, I ended up having to do this and this, and because of the consequences of that, I ended up, you know, on death row. And the reason why is because my dad was an alcoholic and used to beat me. So today's life lesson, today's business lesson is, at the end of the day, we can choose what focus, we can choose what meaning, we can choose what action we want to do to it. And so really, when it comes down to it, it's up to us. And so I'm going to be taking you around Venice today. I'm going to be coming back onto the boat so we can re-go over these learnings. But what I'm going to be taking you today, I'm taking you to a beautiful art gallery. And the whole thing about life is that life is a perspective, it's a choice, right? It's a choice to choose to do something, choose to focus on the good, versus choosing to focus on the bad. And so today I've actually come to the Damien Hirst exhibition. Now, if you're not much of an art goer, I want you to know that Damien Hirst, he won the Turner Prize back in the 90s, and I believe, as an artist goes, he's probably one of the most effective artists today to create positioning and to be able to charge a certain amount. So I'm going to see if I can bring you in. I don't think it's legally allowed, but I see what I can do, okay? So here's what happened, right? So he sculpted some of these iron structures over a period of time, and then he left them in the sea for over 10 years. And so I want you to start thinking about art, I want you to start thinking about your life, and start thinking about, because there's multiple lessons that we can have with this. Look at this one, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's over here. Oh yeah, right. I'll give you a little update in a second. Your life is what you choose to focus on, what meaning and what action you did. And here's the thing, a lot of people don't actually achieve the life of their dreams today. Why? Because they're always waiting for the next thing to make them happy, or they're always waiting for something else. You know, maybe it's a new relationship, or maybe it's a new job. And if you're waiting for the next things to make you happy, then you got a problem. right? And if you are looking for happiness, then happiness, of course, we know this is not a new conversation, it starts within, but how do we actually nurture it? How do we create it? How do we keep like an idea around it and stay humble and cool at the same time? Because people say, Ed, I want to start my own business. Ed, I want, you know, more money. Ed, I want to be able to find a new partner. I want to be able to strengthen my current relationship. I want all of these things, but yet they have no system, no skills to be able to deal with the two kind of key factors that will stop you from doing anything: procrastination and overwhelm. Those are the two key factors: procrastination and overwhelm. All right, and the unfortunate thing, if you are procrastinating every single day, you will link that to sadness, and soon and surely you will start to feel the feelings of depressed. Same with overwhelm. If you're thinking of all of the things that you need to do and you can't find a system to cut through, again, it links very quickly to overwhelm, to thus depression, and thus again being stuck. All right, so if you do want more from your life, if you do want a deeper layer to understanding this, and you know, here's what I suggest: click the link below and you're going to get, you know, 49 modules taking you through a step-by-step system of how to create the 7 elements to wealth, right? You must have health, number one. You must have a solid understanding how to become healthy, how to create health, and there's a lot of conflict information in that. Now, why me, right? I started as a personal trainer at the age of 16. It was my first business. I had a little breakdown at 13. I went on this emotional training journey. You know, I ended up in therapy. I did try to kill myself. I didn't feel I belonged in this world. I was in a dark place, and slowly but surely I got help early on, and I went through this kind of progression, changing the way I think, changing the way my actions and my feelings kind of, I felt at that time, controlled who I had become. And so once you understand how to do that, because that's your emotional management, right? You need to have understanding around your emotional management, your ability to stay motivated. Procrastination and overwhelm are the two key factors that stop people doing anything today. Then you must understand how to relate to people. If you want a solid business today, you need to create an ability to understand how we buy into people. Then of course you need to know time management skills, because it's the one asset that we all have in common, my friend, and yet it's the asset that you will want back at the end of your time. All right, and then number 5, you need a career, work, mission, structure. You need to know how to get a better career, or to leave that career, or to create that mission, to cultivate that mission. When you really truly deserve that, then you will deserve number 6, where you fulfill your finances, where you're able to go from 4 key layers of broke, all right, hand to mouth, an ability to get abundancy and to make solid impact in your wealth. Those are the 4 key elements, and of course, you know, most people live in hand to mouth or to broke. All right, and then of course, once you've sorted out your finances, then you can start really expanding your legacy, and that is really where the difference is made in today. So without further ado, my name is Ed J.C. Smith. A pleasure connecting with you. I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to spending more time with you. Click the link below. Seriously, 49 modules taking you through that, the 7 elements of wealth. I promise you, I'll deliver, I'll give. There's a 30-day guarantee. If you don't believe me, I'll give you all your money back. I'm not here to take money from you. I've got other businesses that make more money than this. I truly am here to deliver. I appreciate that you probably don't believe that. We're on the internet today. No one believes anything. However, so if you are a hater, please comment below. I look forward to engaging in that. I love a little bit of tension. Nothing better than some tension in my life. Okay, so good, big love. Never give, no matter what happens, my friends, never give up on your dreams, and I look forward to seeing you soon.